Okay, great. So today I'm going to share building a module permanent data availability and storage layer on Ethereum. So first, let me introduce a little bit myself. Starting from 2018, have been in this space, always working for the infra project. And before that, I'm doing like finance and the traditional, Web2. So product manager for LinkedIn and these like big companies before. And my colleague, Qi, he has been very active for the blockchain developers, has been author for many EIP like 404, 4972, most recent is 7650. And he has been like a former engineer from Facebook, Google. So for ETHStorage, we got 2 grants from Ethereum Foundation. One is data availability sampling research, and another one is the proof of storage for itself. And also, we're the first place at AdComs last year. So what is ETHStorage? So in very simple sentence, first, it's a modular long-term data availability layer for the existing short-term data availability solution. For example, 4844, Celestia, AgenDA, near DA. And also, it's a programmable decentralized L2 storage solutions. What's more, it's empower the decentralized access protocol, which called Web3 protocol. There has been a lot of mature storage solution Vitalik just mentioned, for example, IPFS, Filecoin, or Wave. So what is the motivation to build a native Ethereum storage network? I think one big reason is we're actually motivated by the future Ethereum roadmap. Basically, because of the new data availability technology, so Ethereum can scale the data for a very large volume on-chain. So in that way, so we will see the most recent DevCon upgrade, and there's like a key component for EIP-4844. So that is the first time for upgrade to support data availability. But after that, by estimation, so there will generate about like 50 terabyte capacity per year after we reach like the full DA. That is a lot of data. Basically, those kind of data will create a very serious problem for the current validators. So for the validator, it will be very hard for them to maintain all the data. So what's the solution for that? According to 4844, it's going to discard all this data in 18 days. So this is actually the first time Ethereum voluntarily to discard the data on-chain after publication. So actually, that's not only apply for the Ethereum DA, and it also apply for other DA as well. For example, Celestia, we're going to maintain the data for about like 1 to 3 months. AgenDA is going to maintain that for about like 14 days. That means all those data are not, available because they're going to be discarded. So that actually create a lot of, problem for the existing blockchain, especially for the L2. One big issue is the L2 will need additional trust to drive the latest states from LAs. And the user will be very surprised about like the expired blobs. So we see there has been a lot of discussion about that from the Paradigm research paper and from A16Z, so their posts. Basically, they saying, okay, so we definitely need like a decentralized solutions to store the data after the data got expired, defined by the 4844 after 18 days. So that's why we see the opportunity for that. So we call for an Ethereum native decentralized solution to store the data forever. So back to, after all the motivations, back to what we're trying to do. So we're going to build like a long-term data availability layer. Because of that, so we will help to enhance the layer 2 security to a much greater like securities. Basically, like I mentioned before, so layer 2 can drive from the DA plus ETHStorage. So there's no need to worry about, okay, the data is going to discard in certain days. We work with the Ethereum DA, which is 4844. We also work with Celestia, again DA, and other DA solution avail near DA as well. So what we have been done is we already integrated with the OP stack. So basically, you can see that option in OP stack. After all the motivations and the goals, let me summarize the 3 features for ETHStorage. So the first one is minimum trust. Because the store block by calling ETHStorage contract directly, so there's no data breach. So that will bring like the minimum trust. The second one is, Modular. Because we are Modular, so we can be integrated into the Ethereum virtual machine system very easily. That means there's no protocol upgrades needed. And the third one is we can, provide a permanent availability for the data. So there's no need to worry about the data will discard after certain days. And also the capacity for the storage will be reached petabyte level, like PB level. And there are like 2 innovations to achieve these 3 features. The first one is on-chain streaming storage fee distribution. So currently, there's a big misalignment between, the existing storage incentive system in Ethereum. So basically, we are going to pay the storage fee to the proposer one time. After that, all the other validators doesn't have incentive or penalty to store the data forever. For us, what we do is we will collect from fronts, storage fee from the user one time, but instead of paying the storage provider one time, we're actually paying that over time, as long as they prove they store the data as time goes by. Yeah. So that is actually powered by our own on-chain streaming storage fee distributed system. And after that, so we have like a snark-based storage proof algorithms. So in that way, that's like a second innovation supported by the ESP. Yeah. So it's very simple in terms of how it works. There are 2 components. The first one is a smart contract, ETHStorage storage contract on top of L1. And the second part is the decentralized L2. So there is a lot of storage providers can join the network. After you submit the data into the DA layer, so our smart contract in L1 will notify all the storage provider in layer 2, saying okay, there is a data in the DA layer, so download that. They're beginning to download the data into the different storage provider. After that, they have to submit a proof to prove that I'm actually store the data. So they submit all the storage proof, so they will receive the reward as Ethereum. Yeah, pretty simple. So there has been a lot of things done for the last years. Like I said, the ESP grants, and definitely finished integrated with 4844 testnet, and also finished our seed rounds. And for this year, so it's only March, but we already launched a lot of things. The first one is we integrated with 4844. Our public testnet has been running for a week. We also integrated with Celestia and working with other DAs right now. And we just integrate with OP Stack. Other CDK integration is on the way as well. So this is what I mentioned for our public testnet. It has been running for just a week, and the campaign is still going on. If you want to join the public testnet, please apply here. So currently, there are more than 144 nodes running in our network, and we definitely would like to see more of them. And this is the integration with Celestia I just mentioned. We're working with all the other DAs right now. Yeah, so except for a long-term data availability layer, actually ETHStorage can do more. There has been common questions. So what's the difference between Filecoin, Aave, and you guys. So in short, there are two main differences. The first one, Filecoin or Aave can only store static data, static file, while we can support, dynamic data. And the second one is we are fully combined with the Ethereum ecosystem. So all the tools you use in Ethereum ecosystem can be easily used for us. For example, like MetaMask. So there's no need you need to study another wallet, another like codings or any like tools. Yeah, basically, as long as you're familiar with Ethereum ecosystem, you can easily use like ETHStorage. So that actually lower the bar for learning curve for all the developers. And this is another Web3 protocol, also named 4844. It's developed by our team. This is called Final last year's. So the basic idea is this is a decentralized HTTP. In that ways, basically, you can fully support everything on chain, your NFT, and even the front end for your website. Think about that way. So currently, all the apps running on chain, even their like website or front end, is still have to incur like DNS, Infura, those kind of like centralized components, right? By using like Web3 access protocol, so everything can be fully on chain, and it can support dynamic data defined by the smart contract. And because of that, the combination of Web3 access protocol plus ETHStorage, there is a huge, new application opportunities. The ones Vitalik just mentioned, decentralized social network, and also a lot of like AI component stuff. Because as you may know, so AI need a lot of capacity to store the large volume model. Basically, that's ETHStorage can totally achieve. Yeah, so fully on-chain AI. So we can upload large AI model on-chain via ETHStorage, for example, like 7 gigabytes or even more. And there are like some new applications with AI, for example, on-chain Infinity Craft by LLM, on-chain D&D game. Yeah, we would like to see more possibility for the AI app for sure. So those are the AI like games I just mentioned because of like the combination for ETHStorage. This kind of new app will be fully, make it possible. That's pretty much everything for today. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me on either Twitter or you can contact me on, like either email or whatever. Thanks for the chance and happy to be here. Yeah, thank you.